We are focusing on your greenside chipping, and you've told us that your main issue is directional control, and more specifically, you tend to hit your shots to the right of target. Now, the direction of our shots is mainly influenced by the alignment of the club face at impact, so this is where we need to start with your technique. However, we need to find out whether this is an independent issue or whether it's being caused by another element of the golf swing, and that would be the swing path. So the swing path is the direction of the club head as it moves through impact. And with shots that go to the right, our main concern would be to see whether you have what we call an in-to-out swing path, and that would be a club head that's travelling to the right of target through impact. To find out whether that's the case, we have a very simple test using a tee. So we place a tee about a club head's width ahead of our golf ball, and as you can see here from down the line, the tee is just outside of where the club head will be. What this means is that a neutral swing would easily hit shots without disturbing the tee, but an in-to-out swing would knock it over. So very simply, hit a few shots with this setup and notice whether your natural technique has a tendency to hit the tee. And if it does, this is the first thing we need to focus on. So if you start with the club head just above the golf ball and move it forward into the follow-through, what you would notice is if you push the club head out away from you, it goes over the top of the tee. But if you were to pull the club head in towards you, it would move away from the tee. So in relation to our target, if the club head is travelling to the right of target, it hits the tee, and if it's travelling to the left of target, it will miss it. So it's the follow-through that's going to be our main focus to get this swing path more neutral. We're going to bring the club back and through in a way that it moves to the left of target after it hits the ball. Once you can feel that, hit some shots, and the main focus is whether our tee is still there or whether we're knocking it over. Once we can hit shots without knocking the tee over, you may find that the golf ball is now travelling towards the target, in which case you found the solution. It was an in-to-out swing path that needed to be more neutral. However, if you find that even with this neutral swing path, the ball is still going to the right, we know that it's an open club face that's causing the shots, and that's what we need to fix. To do this, we're going to use a point of reference, which is going to be the logo on the back of your glove. At setup, the face points towards the target, and so does the logo of the glove. However, what you'll notice as you swing back is that as the face opens, the logo of the glove rotates and points ahead of you. On the way down, if the logo of the glove doesn't rotate back towards the target, neither does the club face, so we have an open face at impact. Our focus is going to be the feeling of rotating the logo of the glove back towards the target for impact, so we have the square face, and then as you go through impact, continue the rotation so that the logo of the glove rotates beyond the target to the left. Now, of course, if we overdo this, we can close the face too early and hit the ball to the left. But that's good feedback. It shows the improvement that we want is there, it's just exaggerated, and we need to ease back off of that feeling. So it may take a little bit of experimentation. So again, hitting shots with the tee so that we know we're not going to go back to our in-to-out swing path. Our main focus to begin with is noticing the logo of the glove, rotating and pointing ahead of us, rotating back towards the target, and then continuing to rotate beyond the target to the left. And if we can add a little bit more of this rotation than what you're currently doing, we'll be able to square the face and get the ball to the target.